All right, so here's part two of this video. We'll go over some names, some stocks that we've been going over on a weekly basis. I just want to start off on something that I haven't really covered is GE. This is probably one of the only real promising setups that I have this week. Uh, I wouldn't say promising, but because we'll see how it works out. But we had our earnings, I guess, last week. This is a daily. It broke above this level here, especially, this definitely had some resistance at this 26 to 26 and a half level. It's been like that for a few months, just sort of, you know, uh, making almost like this little bit of a pennant or sideways channel. It kind of broke above it. So the key here is to see how it does above this level. And the longer it stays above, the better. I think it may be to try to get back into that 27, 27 and a half to sort of challenge these highs. So right now, it all really depends on how the next couple of days. The key here is that Friday's low holds. As long as Friday's low holds, we may get a move an up day, and then maybe that would be the day to buy it and try to see it get above this 26 and 0.76, get above that, and then next level would be the 27, and get up there again. Not a real high flyer, but I guess it's been the boring stocks that have done well. Like the utilities. And again, yes, when I did the market review, I kind of said, it was nothing really that was interesting to buy off that MXRS, and I actually take that back. I kind of loaded up a little bit into these utilities. Utilities last week actually were relatively strong, and they actually continued, and they had a nice move up until Friday. So that's basically how I was positioned. I wasn't positioned in the Apple and the high momentum names because they've been garbage, and they haven't shown the relative strength. It's been the utilities. It's been sort of these boring type stocks that have shown the relative strengths. That being said, let's go over some other names that we have over the past few months. Apple is one. Again, it actually was one of those sort of high momentum names that actually was doing quite well until they came for it a couple weeks back, and now it's been making lower lows, lower highs. But last week it kind of reversed that in some respects, so we'll see. And right now it's sort of jutting up against its resistance, which I would say right here is around the 530 area. So the key with Apple is to see it make a higher low, see it sort of consolidate and stay above these levels. And that's, but again, right now, nothing to get excited about. So Phonar was one that we've been watching, and it continues to make lower lows, lower highs, but it did make at least its momentum on the downside has slowed a bit. So, and you can see here it's kind of butted up, broke up against this real sharp downtrend. Again, the resistance here is at 17, so I wouldn't be buying at 16 and a half at this point. I'd like to see it sort of maybe correct back into 16, kind of go sideways, and really want to see it make a higher low, which it hasn't yet. So here's, we love DDD. So it's, again, made lower low like everything else, high momentum. Good thing we never bought that way back in the day and held it. But again, we'll see. Every stock, every dog will have its day. And right now, what I want to see is, again, making a higher low, and then maybe a day or two right in this range, and then it may be interesting to buy it above this $49.50 level right here. But right now, nothing to really get excited about. SSY, same deal. VJet in the same space. This thing has been slowly going to zero. So again, this is the danger of getting excited on these high beta, highly speculative, recent IPO type stocks. you get all excited about it and you ride it to zero, and that's not what we want to do. So at some point, maybe this thing will bottom out, and then that would be the time to buy it. But the technical analysis will tell us when it is. And right now, I want to buy it on strength, not on weakness, because if you bought it on weakness, you bought it the whole way down, and you're going out of business. So right now, 16 and a half, 1665 is the resistance, and if I, that would be a level if I was really excited in this 3D printing stock to buy it above that level. Until then, I'm not touching it. What else have we been going over? I totally forget already. High beta stocks like Google have been garbage. I mean, even last week's bounce, I mean, here it is, almost back to the lows of last week. So that's the danger when I see these MXRS setups like we saw last week. And hey, I'm all excited. I want to buy stocks breaking out to new highs, and when I don't find them, other than utilities, I'm not that excited about it. That tells me that yeah, sure, the market bounced, but it's not going to be in the momentum space right now, and the risk reward is just not there. So price line, this is actually holding up a little bit better, so it's actually holding the strength from last week. So that's what I want to see. I want to see stocks like this, and then maybe have it sort of give it a couple days to build up some juice, get nice tight range, and then when it especially if the market sells off for a couple days and this thing holds up, that's what I want to see. Then I want to buy the breakout in something like this. Until then, I'm not interested. And that's all I got. I really don't have too much. I mean, Facebook is another one that that I know you love, and for good reason. It has been a great stock, but of course, there was plenty of opportunity to get out of it in the high 60s. Now it's 60. I think you sold some puts in here, which is actually pretty good. It seems to be going to be working out, hopefully. A good thing, at least here, is it has made a higher low, so that's a good sign. And we'll see. Again, I want to see some sideways action here, continue to make higher lows, and then put a nice lower resistance, and then if it breaks out, we'll get involved. Twitter, this has been the dog, but last week it actually got a nice little bounce. There was some news out that the insiders were not going to sell when the lockup ended. So that's the first good news in a while. That was actually nice. Maybe that will change the trend in the stock. And then the same thing. I want to see it go sideways here. Get some sort of recent resistance level, and I want to see it hold up when the market rolls over. That's what I want to see. And so far, these stocks have not been doing that. So I'm not going to get too excited about any of these. Yeah, just sit on your hands, or buy utilities. That's been the way to go. Of course, all things will come to an end, and when they do, you got to be quick to change course. Anyway, that's all I got for today, and I will keep in touch. And like I said, let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to check on for you. All right, take care.